So here we are ready for another class. Before we start, I want to show you the props that I have so you can adjust accordingly. So this is a yoga strap, or you can have a scarf. Okay, so whichever you have at hand. And if you have seen my other classes, we have this. I have these cotton blankets. However, you can use any blankets you have at home or thick towels. Now, if you're new to the class, if you don't have these yoga blocks, then that's why I say you can have a chair, and that can be used as a prop for some of the standing poses that we are going to be reviewing today, and some new poses that we are adding. Okay, so let's start. So let's start sitting on the floor. So and then you turn with me in the same direction that I'm doing, so we can do the same side. So you will have the strap, or you have the scarf on the side, and then center yourself on your sticky mat in such a way that when you lay down, okay, you can be in the middle of your sticky mat. Okay, so now staying on the floor, head resting. If for any reason your head tends to tilt like this because of the structure of your shoulders, then you can take a blanket and support your head and your neck. Okay, so then now you are not straining your head looking back. All right, when you lay down here, bring your right foot in, place the strap on the ball of your foot, and pause in here. This bottom leg remains on the floor. Press the top of the left thigh down as the right leg is slightly bent. So this is called Supta Padangusthasana I, head of the big toe pose. Okay, so reclining. So here, when I extend my leg, see what I'm doing? I'm putting my finger on the top of my thigh. I want to keep a space on my sideways. So I move the outer hip away from me as I stretch the leg. Once I have that in place, I can hold this strap. So if you have tight hamstrings, that's fine. That's why we have this strap. The strap becomes an extension of our leg. So if you have to be this far away from the leg from your torso, this is absolutely fine, as long as both legs remain straight. So this is Supta Padangusthasana I, hand of the big toe pose. Those of you that are more able, you can reach the big toe. I do my middle finger, index finger, and thumb. Okay, so both legs straight, or you can be here. Now we are going to Supta Padangusthasana II. Hold the strap with your right hand only. Bring your left arm to the side, shoulder height, and as you keep the bottom leg down on the floor, bring your right leg to the side. Okay? Both legs fully extended, and as you inhale, bring the right leg up. Now, keep your hand, bring the thumb on the top of your hip, move the outer hip away from you, and observe the difference that when we do that, we create length, right, on the sides of the waist. So we have to keep that in mind. Okay, now, when we bring the leg once more, Supta Padangusthasana II, can we maintain that space, the length on the sides of the waist, away from the top part of the torso, right? Inhale, bring the leg up, and as you exhale, bend the leg, release the strap, and extend the leg. So if you see, I'm lifting my head up so I can center myself, just in case if I shifted. So now bring the left leg in, place the strap on the ball of the foot, and extend the leg. So adjust the strap or adjust your scarf. If you're using your scarf, it will be right here. So you can adjust the length of your support. So you can keep this leg straight. So as we did on the right side, hold the strap now with your opposite hand, and with your left thumb, move the outer hip away from the waistline. So we create a space, equal length on the right and the left side of the torso. Now, from here, hold the strap or your scarf with your left hand, right arm to the side. If you see my arm is shoulder height, and my inner elbow, my palm facing up. And as I strive to maintain that length on my left side waist, I bring the left leg to the side. It doesn't touch the floor. So we can engage the abdominal muscles when we bring the leg it's little higher than the floor. If we go to the floor, see what happens? This hips lift and I lose all the control in my abdomen. So I wanted to keep that, my torso, my bottom leg perpendicular to the ceiling. As you inhale, bring the leg up. So let's do this one more time, having that in mind of the space, the length on the sides of the body. And this is what I mean when I do that. It is from here, I want to move the outer hip down so I can create a space on the sides of my body. All right, ready? So left leg up, place the strap if you are not ready there. And as you keep the leg straight, moving the outer hip away from the waistline, with your next exhalation, bring the left leg to the side. The right arm extends away from the left leg. So two opposite actions in the extremities. And as you inhale, bring the leg up, bend the leg, release the strap, and extend your leg. Now, bend both legs, roll to your side, and push yourselves up. All right, so let's put these props on the side, including the blanket. And if you have your two blocks, get your two blocks and place it in here. And briefly, let me show you how to use the chair instead of the blocks. If we are doing any of the standing poses, you can use the chair like this for support, or when we are bending the knee, you can come over here, or you can be here, okay? So those are the ways to use the chair. So let's start in the middle of the sticky mat, feet together. For any reason your balance is off today, you can keep your feet slightly apart, okay, for stability. All right, otherwise, feet together, legs together. Bring your hands in front of your chest, lift the sides of the chest up. Take a breath, and now either you jump or you step your legs wide apart. Knee problems, lower back issues, you spread your legs apart. If you are pregnant, you spread your legs apart. So the feet are wide apart, about 4.5, 5 feet apart. Press the feet firmly to the floor and use the quadricep muscles to engage the legs, to lift the kneecaps up. And now extend the arms away from each other. Utthita Hasta Padasana, extended hand and leg position. So now let's go to the right. Left foot in, right leg out completely 90 degrees. Parshva Hasta Padasana. Parshva means sideways. Hasta hands, Pada leg. As you exhale, bring your right hand lightly into your shin or onto your block or onto your support, top arm up. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. If you are able, you can bring your fingers to the floor, however, maintaining both legs straight. Front leg straight, back leg straight, and now as you exhale, turn your chest to face up towards the ceiling. Press firmly to the back foot, and as you inhale, come up. As you exhale, bend the front leg. So we are reviewing the poses we have done so far, okay? This is called Virabhadrasana 2, warrior number 2. If you observe, my front leg is bent, creating a 90-degree angle between the thigh and the calf. However, if you have some knee problems or hip problems, you can be upright. You can still do the pose. It's a powerful pose. It's called warrior number 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So we have that energy of a warrior, right? Okay. So if you can be here, the legs are working fine a lot. And you can be here, the legs are working a lot also. As you exhale, look over your right fingertips. With your next exhalation, reach out through your fingertips. Bring your hand down onto the floor or onto the block. And the top arm in front of you. And as you exhale, bring your arm over your left ear. So full extension of the sides of the body. So this is called Utthita Parshva Konasana. As you exhale, turn your chest up toward the ceiling. Open the chest. Full opening the front of the body. Full extension of the sides of the body at the same time. Press the feet firmly down, and as you inhale, come up. Press firmly to the floor. Feet parallel to each other, and hands onto your waist. So let's go into the second side. Extend the arms away from each other. Right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees. Press the feet firmly down, both legs fully extended. Parshva Hasta Padasana. With your next exhalation, bring your left hand onto your shin or onto your block or even onto your chair. Okay? And now as you exhale, turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Open the chest up. Fold opening the chest towards the ceiling so the front of the body is parallel to the front wall that you're facing. With your next exhalation, as you get pressing frontly to the floor, lift the torso up, exhale the breath, bend the front leg, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior number 2, and look over your left fingertips. With your next exhalation, reach out through your fingertips, bring your hand down to the floor, right arm comes around in a semicircular action and over your right ear. Keeping those actions, the back leg fully extended, the front leg bent. Exhale the breath, turn your chest up towards the ceiling and extend fully from the sides of your waist to your fingertips and from the sides of your right waist to the outer edge of your right foot. As you inhale, come up, press the feet firmly down and come back to this parallel neutral position, feet in. Either you jump or you step in. So I'm jumping so I can show you how to step. Jumping, or you can just bend your legs and come in. Tadasana, mountain pose. So press the feet down. Remember, you can either keep the feet together or slightly apart. Ground through your feet. Remember, we were talking about the four corners of the feet in the previous classes. So we still want that memory to come back to the feet. Four corners of the feet pressing down. The legs fully engaged. Using the quadricep muscles so we can lift the kneecaps up. The legs are like two columns supporting us. From the sides of the waist, as we did with Supta Padangusthasana 1 and 2, from here, see my chest is sinking. I lift from the sides of the waist to my armpit chest, and as I keep that, I draw my shoulders down. Tadasana, mountain pose. As you inhale, bring your hands in front of your chest, bend your legs and either jump or step your legs wide apart. Bring your hands to your waist. So I still have my blocks in here. However, you have one block. You can walk the legs in, take the block and put it to your right side. If you are using the chair, move it to your right side. So we are doing Ardha Chandrasana, the pose we did last week. Extend the arms away from each other, turn the left foot in, right leg out completely 90 degrees. With your next exhalation, bend the front leg. Bring your hand onto your block and the other hand onto your waist. So I'm moving a little bit back so you can see me better. Then with your next exhalation, move the block slightly away from you, about a foot in front of your small toe side, and walk the left leg in. Pausing here. If your balance is off today, go to the wall. That's a reminder, okay? So press the right foot down, lift the left leg out, both legs fully extended, and with your next exhalation, extend the top arm up. Both legs fully extended by pressing the right foot firmly down, by extending the left foot away from the head, and the right hand presses into the floor, top arm up, and you look up towards the ceiling, or you look forward, okay? With your next exhalation, bring your hand to your waist, bend the front leg, step back, and come up. All right, so let's go into the second side. Ready? Turn the right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees. Remember, if you need to adjust your props, you can do that now. Extend the arms away from each other. Reach through your fingertips. As you exhale, bend the front leg. With your next exhalation, bring your hand into your block and your right hand into your waist. From here, walk the foot, the block about a foot in front of you on your left side, and walk the right foot slightly in. Keep pressing the left foot firmly down. Remember, we always have that option of having the chair. So as you keep the front leg bent, lift the right leg up, press the left foot firmly down, and as you do that, use the quadricep muscles to lift the kneecaps up and press the left leg back, and the right heel stands away from you. Press the left hand into the block or into the chair, and as you exhale, turn your chest up, reach out through your fingertips. Okay, so I'm coming a little bit down so I can adjust my body better. I was too much into my shoulder when my hand was on the chair. So both arms are fully extended in this pose also. With your next exhalation, bend the front leg, right hand into your waist, big step back, and come up. Okay, now feet parallel to each other. If you are in the middle of your sticky mat, extend the arms away from each other. Bend your legs and either jump or stepping into mountain pose. Okay. Take your blocks to your right. And then let's face towards the right side, in the same direction I'm facing, feet parallel to each other. Bring your hands to your waist. And with this V shape, I'm doing with my index and my thumb, bring my hands into my waist, descend my waist down and lift the sides of my chest up. And look up. And as you exhale, bend from the hip joints, come forward, bring your hands into your block, move the blocks close to you in such a way that when you look at your shoulder is in the red line with your wrist. Both legs fully extended, both arms extending, and the sides of my waist extending to my chest, to my side armpit chest. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Now from here, look down, bend the legs, take a step forward with your right leg, and a step back with your left leg. So now, if you notice, my back foot is turning more than the two previous poses, okay? So between 60 and 80 degrees the back foot, the front foot is 90 degrees. And my blocks are still in the same line as we were doing Ardha Uttanasana, in half moon pose. This is called, Ardha Uttanasana is half forward bend. This pose is called Parshva Uttanasana. Parshva is half sideways, Uttana, intense stretch. It's an intense stretch of the legs, it's an intense stretch of the entire torso. Okay, now as you exhale, look down and step back with your right foot where your left heel is, and you step forward with your right leg. If you're using the chair, you're still doing the same, okay? Except that your hands are higher. The back foot turns about between 60 and 80 degrees, front foot 90, hands onto the chair or onto your blocks. Press both feet firmly down, use the quadricep muscles to keep engage the legs and keep both legs fully extended. Press the hands into the blocks and lift the sides of the chest up. Extend from your waist up to your armpit chest and look forward. With your next exhalation, step back. And now let's come back to Ardha Uttanasana. If you're using the chair like this, if you have any wrist issues, remember you can do this way, the similar manner with all the standing poses, okay? So take care of yourself when we are using the props. Hands onto the chair, hands onto the hips, and lift the chest up. So one of the principles of the practice of yoga I mentioned before is non-harming. So that's why I'm giving you different options on the props, okay? So we can adjust. You know, the body changes from day to day, so we can still do the practice with whatever props we need. So right now, let's take the two blankets and place them like this. What I did with my blankets, I tri-folded my blanket like this. And then I placed two blankets on top of each other. So set this up. Have your strap or your scarf ready. We are doing some seated poses today. Marichyasana I in particular that I showed you before the class. So watch, I want to give you this different height on when we are sitting. So when I sit, this pose is Dandasana, the staff pose. If I sit and I just have one blanket, and I'm trying to lift completely my torso up, but I'm sinking in my lumbar spine, then because it could be hamstring issues, they're tight, whatever it is on your back or on your hamstrings, then we need more height. So having more height, it allows the torso to lift up more easily. And then we can open the front chest also. So we want those two elements when we are sitting. When we do Dandasana, I'm going to show you from the sideways so you can see my legs. So I'm sitting like this, both legs straight together, pressing firmly down, and then my torso can come up. So Dandasana is the beginning, it's like the main pose for all the seated poses. In similar manner, the Tadasana, the mountain pose, is the pose where we branch out to all the other standing poses. Okay? So press the hands down, press the top of the thighs down, and if like somebody's helping you, you can even do it yourself. From the back of your knees, extend the calf towards your heels, extend the heels towards the opposite wall. So the front of the legs, the back of the legs are fully extended. Now as you exhale, rotate the upper arms out so the inner elbows facing sideways, and you can place your hands into your blanket. If you need extra thickness on the blankets, we can add the blocks and then we can place the hands onto the blocks. But what we don't want is to lean back. We want to be upright, okay? You have either your hands here on the blankets or onto your blocks if you need it. Press the hands down and lift the sides of the chest up. Now, as you maintain the lift of the chest, with your next inhalation, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your arms down, whatever they touch. If they touch the shins, if they touch the thighs, stay there. Now, take the strap. Place the strap on the ball of your feet and the rest of the strap on the side. Press the thighs down as you inhale, lift the arms up. And with your next exhalation, come forward, bending from the hip joints. Come forward, hold the strap. If you are able to keep the spine lengthening, you can hold the outer edges of your feet. Otherwise, you hold the strap. Pull the strap back into your shoulder sockets to lift the chest up. So this is Urdhva Mukha Dandasana, upward facing staff pose. Now as you exhale, release the strap. Keep the strap nearby. Bend your right leg. Now, this strap is helpful. Those of you with knee problems, you can fold this strap in this manner, and you can create a space on the back of the knee if you have knee problems. And then your foot, see, the heel won't come as close to the blanket, so you can be here. Otherwise, this is what I do. I move the flesh of my calf down, and as I iron the calf down, I bring the heel as close as I can to my blanket, to my sit bone. Hold the shin and press the other leg down. Press the left thigh down, hold the shin and lift the chest up. Now with your next exhalation, bring your left hand behind you, lean back, and I'm going to turn now so you can see me. Lean back, okay, and extend the right arm up. With your next exhalation, come forward. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So we are creating a space, length on the sides of the body, in similar manner as we were doing with the standing poses. Reach out as you inhale, come up, and as you exhale, bring your hand down. So now we are going to the pose. Press the left hand down and lift the right arm up. With your next exhalation, lean slightly back. Now we are leaning back so we can bring the entire torso from right to left. And now as you exhale, bring your right elbow inside of your right knee. And the palm is facing forward. Okay, so if I'm sitting here, I'll be like this, my back will be towards you, but I have that twist, okay? So the right leg bent, left leg bent, straight, and as you press the elbow into the thigh and the thigh into the elbow, inhale the breath, lift the chest up, and as you exhale, turn the entire torso from right to left. If bringing the arm inside of your right leg is too difficult, you can hold the shin in front of you, okay? And you can still do the pose. As you exhale, come back to the front, and now extend the legs, and then let's switch legs. So coming back to this position so I can do it with you. Bend the left leg once more. If you need the support from the back of the knee, you do that. Iron the flesh of your calf down and bring the heel as close as you can to the blankets if possible. Okay, now press the right hand down and lift the chest up. As you inhale, lift the left arm up, and with your next exhalation, come forward and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So each time we reach forward, we want to creep that length of the side of the body before we do the twisting action, right? Okay, inhale up, and now bring your hand down. Now here is when we lean back. So I'm using the block to lean back, lift the left arm, and as I exhale, turn the entire torso from left to right, and bring the left elbow inside of your left knee. The right hand remains on the floor, on the block or on the floor if you are able to reach the floor. Press the thigh into the elbow into the thigh to bring the left side of the torso forward and up. So the torso comes forward, but if I'm sinking, I'm not going anywhere. So I have to lift the chest up, press the thigh into the elbow, and as I exhale, I can turn my chest to face you. Remember, if that is not possible, you're holding the front of the shin and you can still do the pose. Or you are here. With your next exhalation, release the arm, extend the leg, and reach out. Okay, now, turn your blankets to face me. And cross your legs, simple cross-legged position, okay? Swastikasana. So in this similar manner, remember when we are sitting in Dandasana, if I'm sitting and see how my knees are higher and my back starts to sink, then I need some height underneath my buttocks so I can have more of a line from the hips to the knees. Okay. As you inhale, lift the arms up. With your next exhalation, turn to your right and bring the left hand outside of your right leg and the right hand behind you. Press the hand into the outer thigh, lift the chest up, and as you exhale, turn the abdomen from left to right, turn your chest from left to right, so you can face the wall on your side, on your right side. As you inhale, bring your arms up. So this is Sukhasana, simple seated position with a twist. Inhale the breath. Maintain that extension that we were working on in Marichyasana. And as you exhale, turn to your left, the back of your right hand into the thigh and the left hand behind you. Press the hand into the thigh to bring the right side of your chest forward and the right side of the entire chest forward towards the left side of your chest back. As you inhale, lift the arms up, extend to your fingertips, bring your hands down, extend your legs and switch the crossing of the legs. So when we sit in any of these positions that the knee is bent, you can use the strap as I showed you before, right? Behind the knee to create a space behind the knee. That's one of the easiest ways to help us if we have knee issues, okay? All right. As you inhale, bring your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers in the crown of the head. Rotate the upper arms out. And as you exhale, extend the arms up. From the sides of the waist, reach up through your fingertips. If you are not able to do this, you can keep your arms apart, shoulder distance apart. If keeping the arms shoulder distance apart, you're bending your elbows, you spread your arms away from each other so you can extend the arms, right? Or we are here. Urdhva Padanguliasana, upward, a bound finger position. As you exhale, bend your elbows, switch the crossing of your fingers. So if your left thumb was facing the back wall, now the right thumb is facing the back wall and all the other fingers follow. As you exhale, turn your palms to face up, and with your next exhalation, as you descend the sides of the waist down, reach up from the sides of the waist up to your wrist. Press the wrist up towards the ceiling. And with your next exhalation, bend your elbows, bring your arms down, and now extend your legs and switch the crossing of your legs. And then the last pose for today is you take these two blankets and you place one blanket here like this for your head. And the other blanket, you can bring it over here. And when you lay down, so this blanket will be for your neck and your head, and the other blanket to support your legs, okay? And the arms rotate from the inside out, and I press my hands into the floor and lift my chest up, and we rest in here. So I would like you to do that, okay? So if you have a blanket for your head, do that. One blanket underneath your legs. Center yourself on your sticky mat and lay down. Once you lay down, rotate the upper arms from the inside out. So the inner elbows, the palms face up, press the hands down, lift the chest slightly up to encourage the opening of the chest. And as you exhale, release the shoulders down. So allow the entire body rest fully on the floor. So we work a lot with the legs. We did a lot of extension on the body, the arms. So now it's coming the time to allow the body to rest on the floor and observe how the practice brings a different element to the mind. It's more sharp, it's at the same time that it's sharp, it's relaxed, it's more open, it's more receptive. So that's the beauty of the practice of yoga. The connection of how the body can make those changes in the nervous system, in the mental system, right? How can we come to a quiet place? So remain in Shavasana, soft, smooth inhalation, soft, smooth exhalation. After your next exhalation, take a deep breath and exhale the breath. With each exhalation, release any tension that you might have in your back and your legs. Soften your lips, soften your jaw. Normal breath in, normal breath out. With each inhalation, invite the breath to come to different parts of your chest, enriching the lungs, allowing the lung to take that breath and expand the chest as you inhale. With your next exhalation, soft, smooth exhalation, release the breath out. Release any tension that you might have with your exhalation. After your next exhalation, bend your elbows, bring your hands to rest into your thighs. Bend one leg at a time. Roll into your side and push yourselves up. With a smooth transition, don't rush. And then sit on your blankets in Sukhasana, simple cross-leg position. Thank you for being here today. I will see you next week. Keep up the practice. If you notice, I posted a sequence of the poses we have done so far with the use of the chair. That could be another practice for you throughout the week. And stay tuned. I appreciate you being here. Be safe.